Welcome, welcome, brothers. Welcome, sisters. Welcome to our program On Target. As soon as we start this program, you have the opportunity to pick up the telephone and give us a call. We never have a subject matter. We speak on any issue trending, from the bombs that are falling in Ukraine or Israel in Haifa, or any issues. We never forget Guyana and Venezuela issue. We in the Caribbean here, or nice sweet little Grenada, we speak on any issue. Pick up the telephone, give us a call. We on Facebook, RealFM 91.9 and 91.5. We on YouTube, and give us a blight. Share our program. Share and subscribe to our program. When you subscribe to the program, you make a massive contribution to RealFM. And like the program. It didn't cost you nothing to like the program. And if you don't like the program, share the program. Let your friends know you listen to that program, you don't like it, and see what they feel. Sometimes they don't like it too. Yes, the number to call is 4420175. As a people, we must believe that we have the ability to address the challenges that face us. Don't expect Europe or Russia or China, Iran, and other countries to solve Grenada problem. We have had the British, the American influence here, European influence. We have been dealing with Cuba and Russia for quite a while. China is taking its root in our country. But all of them seek their interests, not yours. So you have to believe that you have the ability to address the challenges that face you. You have about 7.5 million people in Israel, maybe about 6 point something million Israelis in America, about 15 million co-Israelis in the world. If you check all those who are attached to Israel, 25 million. 2% of the world. And they have won the Nobel Laureate for Literature 25 times. 25% of the times. Those in the diaspora, they're powerful and they're concerned about Israel. Maybe we could take a page from their book. They have a view. If you have $10, $1 must be for charity, $1 must be for saving, and $3 for investment. We copy all kind of crazy, unproductive thing in the world. From ringing the nose, ringing the eyes, all kind of thing. Men pants falling down. Perhaps we could take a page from successful group of people in the world who are under pressure. Take a page from the Jews. You must invest. You must teach your children to invest. Every $10 you have, $1 must go for savings, $1 for charity, and $3 on investment. We have to believe that we could address the challenges that face us in our country. Today we have challenge. We have youth violence. We have a few murders. That don't surprise me. I'm not surprised at all. I don't even disappointed. It's going to settle down, and next time it's going to be worse. Every time we have these incidents, we become more tolerant to violence. We become more tolerant to social decadence. We become more tolerant to our children behaving badly. You see, you must know the historicity of the past. Mr. Blaze said Grenada is like milk on fire. You're watching it, as soon as you turn back, it boil up and fall. George Brizan said island of conflict. The Americans say it's a false scam. It is easy to remove the lead on peace and harmony in this country. I was speaking to an individual recently. He was in a company, and John Galt told me he put the present situation squarely at the foot of the National Democratic Congress. He said they didn't cause it, but they removed the lead that was keeping it in check. And I asked him why. I tell you already, John Galt is a pessimistic fella. But I just listen to him because he always gives reason and justification for his opinion expressed. You don't have to agree with him. He said for the last 7 or 10 years, the National Democratic Congress main spokespeople was preaching hate. He said the NDC come in power and the first thing they do is to attack the elderly, the physically challenged, and disadvantaged children. He said you have an individual in Kareku walking around and he considers himself as the hatchet man, as he find all those who cross him. He said government has gone over and starved a number of people, take bread from them that was doing the periodic walk on the road, getting a 2 weeks of 2 fortnight, 3-4 times from the year. He said government raised the price of sugar. And because sugar is a basic consumable, it has rippling effect on the confectionery industry. People don't stop use sugar, but the price is more expensive. Government raised the price of water. Government raised the price of electricity. The government is willfully and unnecessarily firing people who are working between 3 to 19 years with the government. He said the government seems to be living a luxurious life with a gala life. And they're traveling as if it's a joke. Like when you leave money for your children and they don't work hard for it. So they go in Las Vegas and gamble. They go in Honolulu. They gone in Dubai to have rainfall on the galvanized. He said the government introduced restorative justice. And restorative justice, workability and practicality on the ground is nothing but vengeance. What do you expect? Yes, caller, welcome.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
I'm a first-time caller, but a regular listener.
Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, I have a problem with NIS.
Yes, let's see it.
Mr. Pierre, NIS just increasing the days, the years, but they're wrong. They should pay the people and them who in the system already. They should pay these people up to 60 years, and anybody coming in the system after, they should put them for the extended years. Mr. Pierre, NIS shouldn't be in this position now because they had plenty money, they waste the money, they throw away the money. They take millions of dollars and invest it outside. We should invest in that money inside of the country, doing things that people should get jobs, so NIS will build. Then they have other problem. They buy a set of abandoned buildings, Mr. Pierre. Not one of these buildings bringing in an income when the month come. I find it really, really unfair. You don't hear no union leader saying anything about that. Neither you're not hearing any workers coming out and say anything. They never give an increase to the pension when since they begin. All you hear, they just put in on the all in on day now. Some people is very close to the 60 and they have to they extend the time. You know what will happen? people prepare to leave at 60 and they can't leave, they have to remain longer. And if you leave now, then they cut in on the amount. Mr. Pierre, is really, really unfair, and it's hurting to people who agree. They agree to pay the people at the age of 60, and now you're putting on it. Mr. Pierre, thanks for calling, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir, and I agree with mostly all the things you see. And some people jumping up, but NIS has done injustice to our people. They claim they are following the actuary advice. And nothing is wrong with that. But NIS increasing the age of pension and increasing the amount for the contribution you have to make, it means they want the majority of people dead before they get money. The age of retirement with government is 60 years. And the age of retirement with NIS will go up to 65. So it means some people would retire from government and have to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years before they get NIS. Yes, NIS has squandered our investment. They have not invested our money properly. Maybe the people they have on the board, some of them never have a pig farm. So maybe they did not get the correct advice on investment. And yes, the trade unions have 2 representatives on NIS board. They're guilty as charged. In addition to that, the National Insurance Scheme is doing injustice to individuals who have to get sick leave. They change the method, they change the module, they change the system by which you operate without providing the necessary education for the employers and the employee. Even doctors got frustrated. You have heard issues that NIS is demanding that people get a cell phone in their name before they could get a sick leave. One young man calculate the cost of the cell phone and the amount of money he had to get sick leave, and he don't bother. Some workers angry with the employer because NIS say they never send on your name. And sometimes it's true the employers don't know how to send it down. You know what is sad? Those people in NIS are our own people. Not white people are they. Not Chinese. Not Europeans. Grenadian sons and daughters that is in this organization screwing their own people. That is what is sad and unfortunate about this organization. It's not foreigners, not Chinese, not Russians, not Americans, not Europe, Grenadian. They are the ones that are doing that. They become inconsiderate, lack compassion, and is not sensitive to the fact that some people are not technologically ready, if that is the correct expression to use. And the situation is compounded because the government of Grenada intends to make, yes, caller, welcome. Caller, welcome. Yes, when you call us, you have to cut off the appliance you're using, whether it's radio or television, because it gives a feedback. You have a delayed broadcast, and you're listening to your radio, waiting for us to speak, and that time we speak long. So these are the challenge with our own organization. And they are not solving it because they don't care. They are not solving it because they believe you who don't know is not the responsibility. We seem to be in a race in this country to do away with paper, to become a moneyless society. And the question is our people prepared for it? Or are we preparing our people? Yes, caller, welcome.
After Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller.
Mr. Pierre, and like somebody always said, I will continue to say it. You know, sometimes when we sat in our living room and we watch and see to organize, especially America and other countries, the way the white treating the black people, we already caught the white man throat. I don't see that's a shame, that's a disgrace, the way they treat him. But let's take it back home. And to the country we find black people alone, majority of people living is black. Look at how we treating our own black people. Look at how we treating our own black people, right? It comes like if someone was like we black outside, but we white inside. We had the white people mentality. And I always say you find majority of white people, we treat white people in a better way than how we black people treating the black people. Japan, when you look at the situation in our country now, the people of our country, the seniors who work hard, right? They reach the age of retirement. 60 years retirement from government. NS is 65. So after they retire from government, they'll wait 5 more years again before you get pension from NS. Well, but that is the government raised the age to 65. They work 65. And when they retire at 65, they get pension immediately. Right? So you send them who they retire from government work, and they still have to wait 5 more years again, home, without nothing. If they save anything, only what they have to wait on the pension they getting from government, we getting from NS. This is unfair. And when I look at when you have a government that's treating the old people, so the others follow. They're treating the people who support them, who vote for them in an election, as nobody, and they don't care about the own black color people. What example are we setting? What example are we setting for the white people? So the white people could change their attitude toward the black people and treat them. And I would say if we as the black people come together and unite and treat one another as ourselves and love and peace and respect for others, we can make a change in the attitude of we white people. But when the white people see we treating our own black people so, what do they expect? Wrong is wrong, wrong will be right. Well, we have to change our attitude as black people to one another. So, that's
yes, caller, thank you very much. We constantly have to ask ourselves, what must we do to address the challenges that face us? We as individuals have to do it. We have to discuss the issue in our homes and do it. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good day.
Yes, caller.
Yeah. I have a friend who retired from government that January, Monday, and he said because of the policy they say the 61 years. He said they give him 95% of what he has to get. So he said 5% per year. So every year, so next year it will be 10% until the 5 years. So it will be 25% will become that once you take anything all year, 25% come and find that you're unfair to America. You have to say just after a few hours of the new year coming there. You reach it because they put up for January month. You just take what the man works so hard actually. I don't feel like it. And I listen to I think it's a boss no longer support it because you're mentioning something about convention. But on what you're saying, I agree something in him. I agree, man. Something I don't like what you're saying. This boss was because what LP make him what he is today. You understand? So how I see it, like he get rich and he now rich, but he accumulates some wealth and he find he no longer want to associate it to the NMP because based on how he speak, because he don't mention we, he mentioning the convention. You understand? So I tell myself, I know of a person what this is totally on the light, street light, you know, and it's a different NMP and anything. Today, that person accumulate a little wealth, and today that person costing NMP Well, maybe I have to study human behavior. Maybe that I have to think to study now. Study the human behavior because I don't know what was not all of a sudden could just come and it in one you didn't have nothing. You was there. You can remember one candidate he give him a jersey. He roll up the jersey. All the candidate go and he throw it from a candidate and he throw it in the drain. From the NEC, I can remember time. So now. Today is a different story today. So I don't. What I noticed once you accumulate and go where to tell yourself you don't want to associate yourself with these people anymore. So I don't know. Maybe you have to study human behavior. So take him up here.
Yes, I think what you have to look at is the policy of the two political parties, and the NDC is pushing a clear line of demarcation between them and people in the lower income group. And you'll find a number of people in the NNP who seems to have pledged to continue supporting the people in the lower income group. But you would have others that are on the boundary line. They're worried. And I always say to individuals, when you go in politics, if you have a fundamental issue with your political party, that the time ready for you to part ways with them, you must be able to share that view. And I have asked and inquired from a number of people who leave the political party, why you're upset with your political party. More often than not is a personal one. You remember Mr. Forrester's main issue was diplomatic passport. Yes, Scholar Welton. Yes, Scholar, let's go. We lost that caller. So you can't be you ought not to be in a political party for 30, 40 years. And then you leave the political party, nothing wrong with that. But the question is why you leave. Do you have problem with the policy, the philosophy, the strategy, or is you personal? And if your issue is personal, then it don't make no sense. If you feel, well, you should have get the money or you don't get the money, because people go have different styles and strategy. The NNP, the time has come perhaps when more and more people would be inquiring about the... Yes, Scholar, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, Scholar, welcome.
Good evening.
Yeah.
You don't know what people live in party and with that. Peter David did because he couldn't get permits.
But he didn't say that, Scholar. And let us be fair. When Peter David did not leave NDC. He was thrown out of NDC.
Yes, because
Caller, let's get it right. Peter David did not, Peter David did not leave NDC. He did not attend the convention. He said he wanted no post and he would not attend the convention. He was thrown out behind his back without even, let's go, Caller, go ahead.
And he's fighting for leadership. You have a leader. Well, instead, wait until the convention to come in the party and challenge him. You challenging the man when he in power. You want leadership and you could get it. So you go by NMP and you take it from Kit now. It's a very good day.
Thank you. It's amazing that we don't want the truth. We have to tie up the truth with Yangate and manje kosher rope on some of you. Peter David did not leave NDC. He was fired unceremoniously behind his back. And remember what Black Wizards say. Inside NDC is NNP. And up to today, we have a lot of NNP inside NDC. Peter David did not leave NDC. And when they had issues, he decided, I would not contest any post. And I would not go to the convention. The NDC still throw him out and call him a traitor. And obviously he joined NNP, and NNP was waiting for him with open arms. Because all the time Peter David was in NDC, he's a NNP. Kenny Larson was thrown out from NDC. He was thrown out from NDC. He didn't leave NDC, he was thrown out. Chester Humphrey was thrown out. About 10 people was thrown out. We must get the truth correct. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, man.
Get the truth correct. You call it the historicity of it. Yes, caller. Caller, you have to cut off your radio or whatever. Give us a call again. Try and call back. Make sure you turn off. Understand how it is, Sometimes you have different people in the home and someone to hear, but if we having a feedback, you have to turn it down low and don't listen to it. Once you call, listen on the phone and function on the phone. We must deal with the truth in Grenada. If we don't face the truth, we're going to continue making mistakes. The National Democratic Congress have a history of firing some of the members that don't agree with him. And Black Wizard said, inside NDC, you have NNP. So there is a lot of people now that is NNP inside NDC. And the members of the NNP must open their arms and welcome them back. And when you have new converts, they just have passion. So the NNP must be an inclusive group. You remember what Tobias Clement said? The NDC is not an inclusive group. NNP is an inclusive group. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller.
Since this gentleman knew how Peter David was thrown out, why he don't tell people why Ron was thrown out? That is what we want to know about Ron.
Ron wasn't thrown out. They pay Ron.
You should have some information why they thrown out Ron. And let us know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Ron got a gracious offer. Based upon what we're hearing, Ron got a gracious offer. We don't know how true it is. We've been asking. But we understand that the gracious offer is about $100,000. Plus, he would not lose pocket as a result of not being in the cabinet. So Ron continued to consider cabinet members as his colleagues, and he traveled with them outside because he has been properly paid. He couldn't refuse the gracious offer. Yes, caller, welcome. We have caller, we go. All right, caller, just try again. Call back because we accept call and we cut off in the middle of a sentence to take your call most times. In Grenada here, the politics is very dynamic and sometimes polarizing. But we must seek the truth. I think, yes, caller, welcome. All right, we having some challenge with the caller. So, yeah, we must continue to seek the truth. Now, if we seek the truth, it will be better. We have a small country. Everybody's cousin and nene and uncle. We cannot afford to fracture this country. And the NNP has shown itself as an inclusive group that could accept people with different opinion. So it means within the NNP, you could argue, you could quarrel, but then you could function together. And that only happens when you're arguing on policy and strategy and philosophy. It's not about you want something personal for yourself. So there is a lot of people inside NDC that should be NNP. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre,
Yes, caller.
this caller just wake up. Ron and children no party. Ron just in the cabinet. But he's a member of parliament, getting $15,000 every month, $10,000 every month to serve his constituency. plus he get his salary. Just the only salary you're getting.
Caller, we said that. And caller, you heard that they give him 100,000? Did you hear that too?
You the only person that is saying that.
Well, you can't take me on. When you hear me saying that, caller, you doesn't hear speaking a lot of truth.
What you? That's your truth.
A lot of truth that they can challenge.
That is your truth, Mr.
All right.
Sir.
Thank you, caller.
That is your truth.
Thank you. If a minister of government made it publicly that he got a gracious offer, and you hearing that the offer is tantamount to 100,000, and everybody on the government side quiet, then silence is consent. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, welcome.
As he say, Mr. Pierre.
Caller, this one gone again. You see, I feel for you all, I understand. And that's what makes me sad. Deacon must provide information. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, again, you just offer somebody money for nothing. Ron did not get that offer for nothing. It has to be some misunderstanding inside there within him and the Prime Minister for him to make him that offer, to shut him up, and he don't want to build, so he feel, okay, I'll take the offer, but yet for all, I have to be a member of that party. I have to continue, get my pay, get my this, because there have to be something. There's something in the matter besides
something in the matter beside the person.
Don't take a matter person and pong in an empty matter instead of empty matter. People are stupid. So that one we have all the information. He's the information officer. Let him tell us why. There got to be something very serious in there. Hence the reason why they could offer him that $100,000 or whatever it is to hush him out and keep quiet. You understand? Otherwise that party will break up already. Run not holding it. The pillar there.
They believe because we classless and we are commoners with our sense.
Yeah.
Ron said he got a gracious offer. And we are hearing on the ground that he would not lose pocket. And one of the ministers said that on Facebook. Words to the effect. And we hearing is 100,000. We understand they wanted to give him 60. He didn't want it. They give him 100. That's what we hear. So we are asking them and they're not verifying it. So you look like the truth. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, so when these things happen, remember the policy of NDC. Yes, caller, welcome.
Okay.
Yes, my brother, welcome.
Morning.
Yeah, my brother.
How are you?
Great, man. Good, in good mood.
Right. Mr. Pierre, yesterday, right? I made an appeal.
You have to speak a little louder. The phone has to come closer to your mouth.
You hear me better?
A little.
Right. Yeah. Yesterday, I made an appeal, right? That we should okay, concerning the guns and that really coming into our country now, right? We start having a problem with it, right? And I was saying that okay, and you made a statement maybe about 5 minutes ago, saying that we are one people, right? We are one people. Everybody know each other, right? Everybody know everybody. So what I'm saying is, right? No, gun is not a man person a stone. It's not a gatapole. Right? We all know the use of gun. We all know how dangerous guns are. So what I'm saying, Mr. Pierre, if you have a gun, if you have a problem with guns coming in Grenada, it's not right. This is not fun. That's a serious thing. So I am suggesting that, right, and all of us is being affected, whether directly or indirectly, right? And I'm saying that this thing affects everybody. So we have to come together in spite of political affiliation, come together and see if we could, get it, at least get rid of it or lessen it or some, or, lessen the danger of it, right? And you were saying that, look, we can't come together, and I am saying that this thing is no fun. This thing is a very serious thing that affects each and every one of us, whether directly or indirectly. Right? No?
Caller, you got to go back and listen to the clip yesterday. Go back and listen to that part and see if you catch me saying we cannot come together. I did not say that. Go back and listen to it.
What you said?
And then you ask, and I will tell you now what we need to do. If the government of the day genuinely wants unity, I'll make some suggestion what they should do. You see, when a government introduces restorative justice, that government don't want unity. Restorative justice in its political context is tantamount to political vengeance. Nobody who intro one vengeance wants unity. So if the government of the day, and I believe they should change, and I constantly ask for a rude awakening on the Damascus Road, they must immediately abandon the policy of restorative justice. Disband MIT, because MIT is for political mischief. If the government of the day wants the people to unite, they cannot have a policy that encourages fracturing. You understand me, Carla?
Yes.
You notice that the Prime Minister...
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, in spite of, the government or the opposition or restorative justice or MI, whatever, right? This is a thing that affects the nation, right? In spite of political affiliation, who you support or who you don't support, or where you live or who you think you are or whatever. So what I'm saying is, yes, the government is supposed to take the initiative, but if they don't take the initiative, then we are the ordinary people, right? We're supposed to at least,
That is why we calling on them and suggesting. That's why we on radio, If you notice us on radio, we're not only criticizing the government, we're making suggestions.
Well, yes, I agree, but if they don't do it how they should do it, how we think they should do it, what is our responsibility?
We continue to advocate. You hear me asking the trade union leaders to ask them? You hear me asking the Bar Association? Because Deacons claim he have contact, and we believe the contact is because he's a lawyer. So we're asking the Bar Association to nudge him, explain to him. You hear us call William Joseph and Ray Roberts and Franca. We said talk to the brother.
So, okay, so last but not least, right? Last but not least, in this which we find ourselves in, this is not a political thing, right? This is a thing that goes across NDC, NMP, whoever. So we should forget with NMP and NDC and come together as one to really get. I'm
in full agreement with you, Carl.
Huh?
I'm in full agreement with you.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. Now we are a small country. The democratic system does make you go behind one another. But there are issues that must transcend political boundaries. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you did say that. You did say that last week.
All right, caller, what to do? I always am prepared to take correction and correct myself. So go back and listen to the tape. I will go back and listen to it. And if I said it, when I come tomorrow, I will apologize. You see, this country is a small country. And if I said it, I apologize. I apologize even before I go back and listen to it. We cannot fracture the country. But the government of the day leads The Prime Minister is the chief shepherd. When the Prime Minister go in Parliament and calling people beggy, it's insulting, it's demeaning. When the Prime Minister is consenting, is agreeing that Grenadians is classless, some Grenadians, it is unacceptable. When ministers talking about the good people and bad people, commoners, lunatic and idiot, this is not the language you want from your leaders. We could use that word in the rum shop. If you see me walking the street with a bottle of confusion, rum in me and drinking, you don't bother. You might get kicks. But if you see a teacher doing that, you will be alarmed. If you see a pastor or a minister of government doing that, you will be alarmed. So based upon the position you have in leadership, people expect better from you. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Pierre, good evening. I just want to say something about Peter.
Go right
Peter
ahead.
David. Peter David, in his tenure as a politician, always advocate for the poor people in this country. When he was a part of the NDC, he always spoke about togetherness, inclusiveness. And I recall in one convention that as General Secretary of the NDC at the time, he said to them, it's time that we should come together as a political organization and help people to gather together to come under the wings of the NDC. Some of them agreed, some did not agree. As a result of that, they say that he contesting against the Prime Minister at the time was Tillman Thomas. And no way, he never alluded to taking power from Tillman Thomas or to be political leader while Tillman Thomas was Prime Minister. And no time at all I hear that.
Caller, that is why it's so easy for Peter David to fit in NNP. Peter
correct.
David was an NNP inside NDC.
Okay.
You remember that Black Wizard say inside NDC is NNP. You have a lot more NNP inside NDC.
That's right.
The NDC is not an inclusive group.
Right. I wanted to finish that. He was approached by the political leader of the NNP at the time. And he did not contest that election, 2013 election, because he was considering another political organization which was called NUF at the time. He did not contest in 2013. As a result of that, he was approached by the NNP and he went on board with the NNP. He never challenged Dr. Mitchell at any time to become political leader. When Dr. Mitchell said before the last election, that would be his last, he's not going to contest at the next convention to become political leader. He said that is the last election. He said give him one for the road. I never forget that. I thought he didn't address the issues of the NDC that was lavishing all the time, making all kind of helter-skelter promise, legalizing marijuana, the net to thing, and the regularization, and a number of other promises. Peter David never, in his own rightful sense, approached Dr. Mitchell and said, I want to become leader. When Dr. Mitchell decided to step out, he said, if there is a vacancy and you're not contesting, I would like to apply to become political leader. So therefore, he wrote a letter to the Prime Minister.
Caller.
And
yes. If you was there when you read his letter?
Huh?
What you saying there, you sure?
Well, I don't like to explain too
much. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. And he said, I want to advocate for the leadership of the party because you said you're not contesting in the next convention. As a result of that, he applied for political leader of the NNP. He wrote the general secretary, the chairman at the time, and the prime minister, the political leader, stating his ability and his condition that he would like to contest for political leadership.
When the convention come, whenever the convention come.
That's correct.
All right.
And I could say that he never challenged that, no way.
Yeah, well,
I
tell you, a lot of the man in NDC is NNP.
Right.
And NNP must be continue to open their arms to get the people with same policy, philosophy, and culture with them in one party.
Yes,
that
sir.
is why Eric Gary was able to take Wellington Friday.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Pierre. So as it stands to date,
thank you.
As it stands to date, I heard Mr. David making it quite clear. They have respect for each other politically and respect for.
They're one party, one team. They have a lot in common: the philosophy, the strategy, the policy. They have one in common.
And that is
and nothing is wrong in differing and having disagreement.
Exactly.
That's going to make the house stronger.
That is why I said that he will become a very good political leader, because he understands the two sides of politics.
Okay, thank
you. And also he can raise a lot of monies internationally to develop our country. I want to rest my case there. Thank you very much.
Yes, scholar. It is very important for us to be an inclusive people. We don't have to agree all the time. We could have strong difference of opinion. Yes, scholar, welcome. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
And I enjoy the dog barking in the back. They say a home must have dog and cat. The cat to control the rat, and the dog is a good hobby. Go right ahead.
Mr. Pierre?
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go right ahead.
I listened someone on Mr. Bob report.
Yeah.
Running them out and talking about Dr. Mitchell have making the party, separating the party. Who is the person? The person who talking there. There is the first person that separate NMP, you know.
NMP separate?
They separate NMP because they campaign against and say, don't vote for Mr. Philip. And they're going on Bob report now and talking about Dr. Mitchell playing snake with NMP.
But caller, you have been around Dr. Mitchell a long time. Dr. Mitchell have been one of the most criticized individuals in Grenada. He, Gregory Boyne, Peter David, Emmeline Pierre, Miss Modeste. And these people have stood up against all this criticism, and they have not shown any attempt to be vindictive. You all must afraid criticism.
Because when you're in politics, you don't have to show people. It's we the minister, we the people have to.
We have to work together.
Them.
And we mustn't afraid criticism.
They cannot go and say what they hear or who talking about them. But stop, I want them to stop beating them out about Dr.
They
Mitchell.
won't stop, they won't stop, they won't
Mitchell
stop.
alone.
Dr. Mitchell can handle criticism. The
want
most
them to leave
successful.
Dr. Mitchell alone and cure their sickness and leave Dr. Mitchell alone. Dr. Mitchell is a healthy man.
Sister, Dr. Mitchell is the most successful politician in Grenada and the Commonwealth.
They know that. So why they saying Dr.
And he won his seat convincingly.
Leave Dr. Mitchell alone.
You can't tell him what to leave. In the same way,
Dr. Mitchell.
Caller, the same way you have your democracy. The same way you have your democracy, they have theirs too. You can't tell them leave Mitchell alone.
And everybody has democracy, Mr. Pierre.
The man, a lot of people feel with political jealousy because he is successful and they were not successful.
They're jealous. They campaign against him. And we want a representative for St. Patrick West. And we don't have one, and we want him. And we're voting for Mr. Philip.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So go out and canvass the list and encourage people to register. It's one thing to talk. The next thing is to act. You want people to register. Even if people don't vote in for your party, encourage them to register because sometime later on they vote for your party. Yes, the number to call is 442-0175. And as we say, we must address the challenges. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, it's nice to talk to you again. I haven't seen you for a little while.
Yeah.
Listen, I support them, my dear sister who calling today. Tell them to leave our Dr. Mitchell alone. Tell them.
You believe they're going to study you?
Talking bad about him.
You believe they're going to study you?
Eh?
You believe they're going to study you?
But he's well and he's happy. And he have his head on his shoulder. The people who is talking bad about him, they've been there and they get what they want. They make cacapool with themselves. When for them to do the right thing, they did not do the right thing. They make a mess of everything.
I agree with you,
I don't know what
cacapool.
they're seeking after. Tell them to leave NMP alone and leave our Dr. Mitchell alone. He don't trouble nobody. He's fighting for the good of the country. He have all these people at heart. He's a man, he make things work. When he was there was no killing in the country. Very rare. You get a killing, maybe 5 for the year. As soon as NDC come in, why they falling down like rats because they shooting each other because things are not right. The wicked spirit they let go in the country by praying for a dead man. We never know people just pray for people who are dead.
Yeah, you have to pray for the dead. You don't evoke the dead.
Exactly.
But you have to pray for the dead. When we say rest in peace,
exactly.
Yeah, we pray for them.
Because God is the one who will guide us.
Yeah,
and
they
us.
act not
Pray
to
for
one
dead.
tamper
Right.
with the spirit of Maurice Bishop.
Exactly.
They dabble with
They're
their
the-
cult. That is
They're the
wrong.
one who erase it and put Maurice
Unacceptable.
Bishop's spirit to roam Grenada, Carrickon, Petit Matnik, causing havoc with the people. Look at them. They should be ashamed of themselves. Mr. Pierre, have a nice day. God bless
Yes,
you.
but don't believe anybody going to hear you when you tell them leave Dr. Mitchell alone. Dr. Mitchell is the most successful politician in Grenada and the Commonwealth. He is the leader that led a political party and had victory on 3 occasions, winning all the seats. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
And I want to support you in that last word that you just said. Mitchell has been one of the most successful prime minister in Grenada. But he have made his mistakes.
Well, I don't know who don't make mistake. All of us.
I say he have made his mistakes and have gone wrong at times. But he is one of the greatest. But
There's only 2 giant politicians we have in Grenada. Eric Gary, dead and gone. May his soul rest in peace.
But
and
I
Kit
also
Mitchell.
believe that it is time to open the flush door now to prepare the party NMP for, if we want to see a next victory from NMP, it is time to open the party now, open the convention. And I am thinking that is holding up some of the popularity of the party. But nobody can doubt it that the work that Dr. Mitchell have done in Grenada is immense.
Is on and you can't even no other leader in Grenada come very close to Dr. Mitchell. In addition to his inclusiveness, because he prepared to work with people on all sides.
Yes.
And that is important.
But I honestly believe that the time has come. We are going into June just now, which will make this government 2 years, and it is time for the NMP as a political party to know where the future lies. So I'm calling on Dr. Mitchell and all the other stakeholders there to prepare to open the floodgate now and let us know where this party is. I did hear a lot of what Mr. Boson said yesterday.
I did not hear what he said, so you know.
But I heard almost all.
Okay.
And I can say that a lot of things that he said is in place.
Okay.
But he did not, and he did not say that Dr. Mitchell have not been great. All he's saying that one of the things that he said, which I already sure on, is that he said that Dr. Mitchell, NMP is Dr. Mitchell, and Dr. Mitchell is
You agree with that?
I'm saying that as
I ask you if you agree with that.
I'm saying as a political party, I do agree with it.
Well, I don't know what it is. If you have a political party that was able to win election on 3 occasions and
Pierre,
won
I agree.
all the
That.
seats,
I suppose that. But
in addition to that,
but the party is open for any and everybody who are members of the party. You know?
Okay.
So we cannot just use that word there. That's why I said I would support that.
All right.
Every card-bearing member of the party has a right to voice their opinion.
Okay.
That is me. But I still believe that Dr. Mitchell is a force to reckon with. But every card-bearing member have the right to voice their opinion.
Yes, caller. Thank you.
Thank you.
What? Yes, caller. Welcome. Caller, you got a punch. We're coming to the end of the program, so punch.
Okay, Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes.
I just want to add my little 2 pence
to
this discussion on the gun crime. While, this is a concerning issue for all of us, and this is not a political issue, it's a national issue. However, we have persons that were voted in office to lead. We need leadership on this. We are all in committee to work, but our leaders must lead.
I agree with you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
Right, our leaders must lead. So I want to ask a question. Now, after the incident with the young men, the escapees from prison, the Prime Minister in a press conference mentioned a committee to assist in the way forward. Now, at that time, he couldn't name. I wonder what is happening with that committee now. Can we get an update?
Maybe you don't know the name yet.
So, please assist me in seeking an update to that committee. What is the status of that committee? Okay?
All right.
Have a good day.
Yes. We have a next caller on the line? Yes, caller. Okay, so that's the last caller. So yes, we have the issue with the upsurge in crime and a lot of people getting emotional. I'm not too perturbed about it. It doesn't disappoint me. I practically expected it. If you listen to my program over the last 6-7 years, I've been saying that we're preaching hate in this country. And the National Democratic Congress, I lay the blame squarely in front of them. They didn't cause the crime, but they removed the lead that was keeping things in check. Let me repeat that. The National Democratic Congress removed the lead that keeps things in check. They changed the status quo. When you have 9 ministers of government adopt a fractious language that no other leader in our country, no other group of leaders adopt. It is the first time in Grenada you have members of government considering people as classless, commoners, needy and greedy, beggy, lunatics and idiots, bad people. The language expressed signifies the unwritten rules of the party. The Prime Minister compounded it by declaring restorative justice. He went to the population in the campaign and told them it was transformation. But then he said it was not transformation, it was restorative justice. The whole attitude of the Prime Minister setting up MIT is helping to remove the lead on the status quo that maintain the peace and harmony in this country. I'm back with you tomorrow between 12 and 1 when you have more opportunity to punch.